Time to Grow channel. What's happening? Talking about pro hormones. The recent issue, I don't know if it's an issue, but more of a letdown, that pro hormones have now banned from the exercise industry, the fitness industry. I have a particular issue with it only because it's something that I resort to. Some people don't want to take that stuff because of what it does, or what people have this misconception of what it actually does. So I'm kind of going to break it down and what my really issue is with it and go from there. I'm going to post a link to the bill that was passed, which makes absolutely no sense in my mind as to why something like that would pass. But I will do that for you guys, so you guys kind of have an idea as to why I'm so bothered about this. So pro hormones, basically, it's not as bad as it sounds. A lot of people think, oh, it's hormones. No. Basically, pro hormones is a testosterone booster. People think what they want because the media has made it a bad deal. Basically, it boosts your testosterone uptake and production of it. You're not taking it in. You take these, what they are actually pills, with a mixture in them, and herbal and some micronutrients. Zinc, I think, is one of them, and some type of acid helps out with you producing more testosterone, more than usual. Now, I wouldn't recommend teenagers to take this stuff because you're teenagers. Your blood is surging with freaking hormones. Take advantage of that. If I knew half of the stuff that I know now back then, whew, I'd look completely different. So, just work out. If you're a teenager and you're listening to this, just work your butt off in the gym and it will pay off. Work your butt off in the gym, eat the way you're supposed to do, stop with the partying, and it will work out just fine. Now, if you've been working out for some time, like I have, and you need that extra push on your workouts, take a pro hormone. Well, not anymore because it's got banned. So, what I used to do, work out for 6 months and decide to take a pro hormone, just like any other supplement. I kind of go off of it and then go back on it just to get that extra push in the gym. So I go a little harder. So I would take this stuff. I think a bottle would be like 30-day supplement. So I'd take this stuff and I'd, push. I would push harder because my body is trying to secrete. It might have been, a placebo effect. Who knows? But I would push a lot harder. Would I get a little more tempered? Yes. But again, I don't know if it was a placebo effect or if, in fact, it was increasing my hormone level secretion to a point where I was a little more edgy. Now, some people will say, hey, you were getting pretty much the same side effects as you were being on the actual stuff, steroids, but like a half, not even half of the actual results in it. So what's the point? Well, you're pushing a little harder. You're throwing a little more weight. Isn't that all we want to do? Is just to keep progressing? So I'd take this stuff, 30 days. My wife would call me, the man pills. You're all on the man pills. You need to get off of them. Okay. So that's basically what pro hormones would do. Just increase your testosterone secretion in order for you to push harder in the gym. You gotta hone in your emotions into the gym and take it out on the gym. And then you get off of them, do whatever, how many weeks off, and come back on it. Really nothing bad about it. Other than that. Now, this bill got passed saying anything, or they called it, what do they call it? I can't remember. cosmetic steroids. I don't know what they call it. It was something odd. But basically what it comes down to is anything that promotes or acts like testosterone. The issue I have with that is pretty much any supplementation out there acts like it. Even protein. Like if you take protein, you're building onto your body. It acts as if was a testosterone derivative because you're not producing it separately. You kind of see what I'm saying? It's like the same thing with creatine. It adds on to your physique. It adds more push, it adds more aggressiveness into it. Now when I say aggressiveness, not like anger, just more intensity to your workouts. The same thing with the pre-workout. So this is going to completely change the whole industry. I think that like the government is going to go crazy and say ban all the supplements because it acts like it, but not really. It's like their loophole of trying to grab on all the supplementation industry and drag it in and say, we have control of it, you can't get this stuff. Because they weren't making money out of, they're not making money out of supplements, period. And that drives them absolutely nuts. Because they can't regulate it well. So now they're going to slam a ban on this supplement and say it's bad, it's steroids, you're pretty much screwed. So with this ban, it puts it right underneath pretty much steroids, which is illegal in the states to have it unless you have a prescription. And if you get caught with it, the cops can basically slap you with a freaking felony, the same as steroids, which steroids are under a felony under narcotics. Blows my mind. So again, you know, I don't want to go too much in a huge rant about it, but it just blows my mind that these guys are trying so hard to put a stop in something like this. It doesn't affect them in any way, shape, or form. It affects us, who are trying to build onto a physique, which we think, in our personal beliefs, is the best physique possible. So again, don't want to go into much rant. I will post up the link to the bill that just got passed. But you guys, you know, make your own assumptions. It has a place and time. Supplements, you know, everything. I try to stay away from supplements as much as I can, unless it's going to benefit me a little more than it already is. So, again, I'll post it up. Let you guys make to your own assumptions, conclusions. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you guys later.